And we're starting with our next commentary. It's kind of been a while, school, general life stuff.
Yeah, shit happens.
Yeah.
We're pretty damn casuals, but hey.
Yeah. Real life comes...
Yeah.
I mean, I am working on my associate's degree. That's kind of important.
Yep.
This is basically our first beat-em-up game. This is Golden Axe, which was released in 1989. So this is one of the really early Genesis games.
Yeah.
So this is actually gets comparisons with Streets of Rage a lot. I don't think a lot of those comparisons are necessarily fair. I think Streets of Rage is better. Like, straight up. Like, if you're, like, take the 3 Streets of Rage games versus the 3 Golden Axes, and I will take the 3 Streets of Rages, like, 10 out of 10 times. But I don't...
Fucked as the difficulty of US Streets of Rage 3 is.
Oh, yeah, you have, like... when I do get to Streets of Rage 3, it's gonna be the Japanese. There's no way around it. Well, there's a translation patch for that one.
Oh, always handy.
That's how you know they fucked up.
Well, okay, the thing is, like... It's hard to really describe, but the US Streets of Rage 3 is probably one of the hardest beat-em-ups ever.
I believe it.
Like, US Streets of Rage 3 on normal is like the Japanese version on, like, the hardest difficulty.
Gross.
Well, shit.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm letting the intro play here intentionally.
Show off all the different characters.
Yeah, because I'm only playing as one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the value in doing 3 playthroughs.
Nah.
Because, I mean, the game kind of is what it is. It's a simple game. I like it for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
To me, most of the mechanics of the game revolve... Because, like, you've seen already in the intro crawl, the game likes to just throw enemies at you. So, really... A lot of the mechanics revolve around crowd control, which, I mean, that's most beat-em-ups, but the thing I actually kind of appreciate about Golden Axe is you do get a fair number of tools to deal with it, to, like, crowd control enemies, which is kind of the point of magic. Even though it's limited, it's like when you were getting, like, you're in a really bad spot is really... Generally when you're meant to use magic. Obviously, the female Tyrus here is... I chose her, not necessarily because she's the best character to attack the game with on like a purely efficiency set. So I think it's all the speedruns use the dwarf.
Gilius.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I figured I might as well show off all her spell animations, because they're kind of neat to look at. They're kind of flashy. Anyway, you notice how enemies are like just ramming into me? That doesn't hurt all that much. You have the same move too, but again, the damage is not that great on it. It's really, you're using it to like stun an enemy.
Okay.
Though,
kicks for the win, yes.
Yeah. If you hit them, you get magic pots. I only got 2 there. I'm really terrible at getting any more than 2. I've seen speedrunners get like 4 or more from a single run, but I can't do that.
2 is the usual consistent amount.
Yeah. One thing I like about this game is you have ride animals. These things are called chicken legs.
These things look weird.
A lot of the designs for the ride animals are kind of strange.
That scream.
Yeah, that's actually, I think, taken from a real movie.
Oh my god.
That's not unheard of for Japan in the 80s.
No, I'm sure.
Was it the Wilhelm scream? At least that was in the arcade version. There is an arcade version of this. It is much nicer looking because it has like actual sprite scaling when enemies die.
Okay.
But I think the difficulty is actually much harder on that version. It just
makes sense. They're trying to milk you for your quarters.
So I think the difficulty is like, I don't think this is an easy game. Like, obviously you're seeing me go through it, but I practice this a lot. When I played this for the first time in like years, I got my ass handed to me.
Oh, I don't doubt. Like, beat 'em ups, I find, tend to be more on the difficult side.
Yeah.
Compared to other genres, even back in the day.
Yeah. I mean, beat 'em ups are also generally made with the assumption you're playing with a friend.
That's a good point too.
Looking up, the speedrunners tend to prefer either Tyrus or Gilius. Gilius because he has the strongest raw attack power, whereas Lab.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, you just like cut through enemies with his attack.
Yeah, and Tyrus because of her speed and magic. She has some of the strongest spells in the game.
Oh yeah, a lot. The level 6 can like one-shot some, I guess, mid-level bosses. Not the end-game bosses, though.
Makes sense.
Those guys are fucking sponges. Anyway, I know you see me do like this downward stab attack. You have to get... That move is really important to learn. Also, I love doing that. Like, way more than I should.
I must have missed it.
The enemy jumped down the pit.
Yeah, he used a dash attack and completely fucking missed.
Anyway, I was mentioning that like you see me do like the stab attack like that. You have to get a running start and then jump and then stab. It's a little tricky to pull off, and actually the AI is designed where it tries to avoid letting you do that. Because a lot of times some enemies will like move up or down to avoid it. The exception is when you're at the very bottom of the screen. I don't know why. Something weird with how the AI is programmed, I guess. I mean, the AI it's kind of dumb, but it's kind of smart dumb.
Like it would have been intentional.
Yeah. I would describe the AI in this game as sort of like, it's not stupid, but it's not smart. Like, the AI is designed to try and, like, surround you with enemies, which, you know.
And now you're on some sort of Raptor Dragon Cross.
I do really like the rides in this game, in the series in general, because it makes it feel
it's an interesting form of power-up.
Yeah. If you get knocked off enough times, they go away.
Same case with the enemy.
Yeah. So just keep that in mind, because enemies do, when you're on it right, their AI immediately switches to knock you off.
Makes sense.
New enemies, skeletons. These guys have a lot more health than the others. And
That's not normal for typical skeletons in games.
They're a bit beefier in this game, and then they have their cousins that are even stronger.
They also scream like normal.
Yeah. The skeletons are really the first enemy where you start learning the value with the downward stab, because it is the strongest attack in the game, outside of magic. Like, if you watch a speedrun of the game, that they just do nothing but downward stabs. I cannot do them that consistently. Because enemies do try to avoid them. It's like, you can manipulate them to where they can't avoid it, but that's really hard.
Is there a reason you didn't pick up those magic containers?
I'm trying to show off each
spell.
I'm trying to show off every spell in the game. At least for Tyrus.
Yeah. Elias only has 3 spell levels, and Axe Battler has 4.
Yeah. And I don't think their animations are all that cool looking. Tyrus's are the really flashy ones. That's partially why I chose her.
And as with the name of Tyrus Ware, it's pretty obvious what element their spells are going to be.
Yeah, fire. One underrated aspect of this game is the terrain that you can usually use to your advantage.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up a little bit earlier, but yeah, there's a lot of beat 'em ups just this flat rectangular plane that you're just walking down.
Yeah, and
this is not like that at all.
Again, I give Golden Axe credit where people say it's just really mediocre. I'm like, I can see the argument that it's like we've done better with beat 'em ups over the years. Like, sure.
I mean, yeah.
But again, this was noted for the fact that it was like a really close port of, not an exact port, because like was on the Sega 16, which has a lot more colors than the Genesis does, like most things do. But it was like at the time, this is about as close as arcade ports got on console.
I mean, for 1989, this looks actually really good.
I mean, yeah, again, the competition was like the NES and random stuff on there.
Yeah.
Hey, more magic pots.
Oh, level 4.
Yep. I'll show off the level 4 ones soon enough.
Oh, right. Different enemy colorations.
Yeah, because, you know, color palette swaps.
Yep.
Love. Can't get around it.
Whatever makes it so that you can actually do the mechanics that you want, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, again, these early cards...
budgets... Video game budgets hurt.
Well, yeah. Well, it killed the two mooks. Yeah, ow.
Holy crap, that's a range.
Yeah, a lot of the boss enemies have really good range. You can downstab them, but it's like, you have to time it so they do their attack first. Enough to where you can, like, not get hit by it.
Yeah, because there's, like, a pseudo-priority system of attacks.
Kinda.
Because some attacks will go straight through.
Now, for whatever reason, if you, like, do, you know, the move where enemies dash attack, you can do that too by just double tapping the run button, then doing a kick.
Mm-hmm.
But it does really poor damage, but that guy doesn't block it for whatever reason. So it's like, if you want to just take forever, you can just do that.
Yeah, sounds like the fastest way to get him down.
Consistency is always a nice thing.
Maybe not fastest, but most reliable.
Right.
Yeah, consistency is a nice
thing. Pretty damn fast.
Mm-hmm.
But
hey, next level.
I have not played this game in fucking years.
I know.
I've never played this game, so I'm seeing all this blind.
Yeah, you know, that's part of the reason to do these, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. On the top, well...
I remember this specifically. I was getting pinged on Discord by someone, and I had to go check that while I was recording this.
I see.
It was like, I kept the run, so like I was thinking if the run went to shit, I would just re-record, but it didn't, so... Oh well, you get to see it.
What's one, like, 3-second pause?
Yeah.
Really?
Since we're on who's looking? How many of us are looking forward to Streets of Rage 4?
I'm cautiously optimistic. I don't know exactly what it all is going to entail, but I'm hoping they do a good job with it. I'm hoping.
I mean, I guess people like Double Dragon Neon.
Yeah.
That wasn't all that long ago.
Not just that. The other game that they worked on was the remake of Wonder Boy. No, Monster Boy and the Dragon's Curse.
Yeah, that looks really good. I want to play that.
From all accounts, it is really damn good.
I actually did not know that was a thing.
Yeah, the recent Wonder Boy games look really good. I don't think my computer's graphics card is good enough to play them because it's like mid-range laptop from like a few years ago. With just the video card's really underpowered. I made up for it like with everything else, but so
yeah.
I didn't get this laptop for gaming, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason, these stone enemies are a lot stronger. They're just palette swaps. One that you can do is like if you catch like that wall at a certain angle, you can kind of trap them.
Nice.
I did it with the skeleton while we were talking about other things.
Yeah, I saw that.
It still fucks me up the skeletons scream when they die.
You don't have vocal cords.
The evil dark magic? I don't know.
I mean, I guess that's how you explain liches in D&D talking.
Right.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I need to try the Chronicles of the Star stuff again, because those games are pretty tough because of the fact they also use first edition mechanics.
I never played it, so I don't know.
I think I have that on Steam. But
yeah, there's also online co-op for that
yeah.
one.
Give me health. Oh, okay, 1. Okay. Better than nothing, I guess.
After a parent ride on a giant bird.
Yes, because that's just... We're riding the eagle to get to the castle.
Wait, did those skeletons just burrow out of the giant bird?
Yes.
What? That's frightening on so many levels.
Well, it's like we're riding the eagle to get to the castle, so it's like the opposite of Lord of the Rings. Because they ride the eagles to get away from Mount Doom.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, their AI is kind of dumb enough that it lets you just like let them fall to their death if you're at the right position.
Yeah, that just looks so amusing every time it happens.
Yes.
I'm reminded of Contra.
In what way?
Just with the enemies that constantly run towards you and then just fall off the bottomless pit.
Right. Okay. That's another game series I would like to tackle.
Oh, these guys have a shield bash.
Yes. These guys hit like a truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like if they surround you, it gets really hairy because they're just hard to hit because of their range. The dragon can kind of gets inside it.
Yeah,
But
the ride makes that look so much easier.
Yeah. Again, it's like if I didn't have the ride dragon, I would just end up just kicking them a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
It would take forever.
Like you did with the other one.
Yeah. I'm skipping these to level 5. Because this is not the last level, actually. In the arcade version, this is the last level.
Oh my god, invisible wall! Give pot.
Yeah, unfortunately, no.
That kind of arbitrary shit is
I
a
know.
lot of what I don't like about older games, especially like of the arcade style. Because
Yeah.
you see that kind of shit happen a lot, and it's holy shit, you just got mangled.
Yeah, that's why I said the skeletons can be dangerous in groups. This is what, when you don't crowd control, this is kind of what happens in Golden Axe. You get massacred.
You get ganked.
Yeah, and that guy hits like a truck and a half. Thankfully he's susceptible to like, he's easy to downstab if you can get rid of the skeletons. It's the skeletons that make it annoying. Because they're
Oh, and now you can grab that pot. What the hell?
I don't know.
A little bit behind.
Hitboxes.
It's probably due to how the hitbox interacts when you're running versus walking.
Yeah.
It's probably not exactly the same.
Yeah.
I know that sounds stupid, but that's just how things like that sometimes work out.
Continues read.
I'm just like, like I got through it. Fuck it.
Yeah, like,
This part of the game can like really drain your lives, like it's no one's business.
yeah. I don't really have any actual issue with this. It's old game difficulty and it's arcade port. It's like,
Well, I mean, this was considered like one of the best arcade ports at the time.
I'd still say it's a pretty damn good one.
I still think it's actually better than the arcade one. I tried it on MAME, and it was like, it's definitely a better presentation. Like, it's really flashy with a lot of the spell animations.
Yeah, I don't doubt that.
I personally did not like how hard it was. Yeah, we rescued the king and his daughter. I think it's his daughter.
Yeah.
Anyway, the arcade game ends here, but
Okay.
we have an extra level to go through.
I also think that the other option ends there as well.
The beginner mode?
Yeah.
No, beginner mode's first 4 levels. It stops after that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yes, fall in the pit like an idiot, thank you.
I mean, we could justify that with a skeleton.
Okay, with these pits, this level does not seem very well designed.
See, I like doing shit like this.
I mean, I can see that there's a lot of good fun in it, but at the same time, I thought I was supposed to be challenged by the last level of the game. Instead, it's like, so far, it looks like one of the easiest ones. I mean,
the boss he hits like a truck and he's an HP sponge, so there's that.
I mean, okay, yeah, there's the boss, but there's so much more to every game than boss fights. Let's be honest about that too. Also, level 6.
Yay!
Time to really fuck up.
Wow, they really want to give you a lot of magic for this one.
Well, again, if you're playing 2 players, it's the same amount of pots you have to...
Okay.
Fuck. Well, it doesn't really matter. We got max pots. In the Pit of Doom you go. In the Pit of Doom you go too. I don't know if that's actually the Pit of Doom, but let's just assume it is. A lot of these statues becoming alive is, I think, a timer thing. I think I remember saying that from the speedrun. This guy's really up... you haven't shown that move that's where you hit the B and C button at the same time. It hits like a truck, but it's really awkward to use.
That turnaround?
Yeah, it hits really hard. It's really good when you're surrounded.
Okay, makes sense.
I wasn't using it too much, but again...
Also, hey, more of these guys.
It's another tool you can use to, like, manage big crowds.
Mm-hmm.
That one goes.
Wow. Okay, 1 down.
2 down.
Yep.
Kick, kick, kick.
Okay, now we're at the final boss. Those skeletons, don't bother trying to kill them.
They just respawn, don't they? No.
No, they have max health.
Oh.
Like, they have literally 255 hit points. You were going to be there a long time trying to kill them.
Okay, so you're not even necessarily supposed to be able to kill them.
I mean, it's like, if you just sit there forever, you can eventually...
I mean, yeah. They didn't go out of their way to make them invincible.
Yeah, it's like the final boss there, I think he has 128. So it's like the skeletons literally have double his health.
Uh-huh. So they're just there to be an annoyance while you try to fight the actual boss.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's like... Well, the thing is, it's like...
Holy fuck.
When things are one-on-one, Golden Axe is really easy, but the difficulty comes when you're surrounded.
Yeah, there's also damage modifiers on each of the spells as well.
Yeah, it's like whenever he hits you with his axe, he does a spell.
Yeah. So, level 6, that's 40 health taken from all enemies.
Which is good enough to kill, like, even most bosses, but again, this guy's like...
This guy has 128, but that's still like a third of his health.
That's close to a third, yeah.
Yeah. And once you use level 6, just, if you can try to get him to a spot where you can hit him with the downward stab, enough times, you'll get him quicker than you would think. Because the downward stab really does eat through health. Forget, the thing is like either 8 or 16 damage it does.
Okay.
The other move I didn't really mention much of is like the normal like 3-hit combo attack. I don't like using it because it makes you, especially in groups of enemies, because
It leaves you open.
yeah. I like to constantly be on the move when playing this game. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah. Like, that seems to be a thing with beat 'em ups. They give you, like, this quick hitter combo that tends to be a bit of a trap most of the time.
Yeah. I don't know if you would call it like a noob trap, but like it can feel like that in some cases.
They have borders on it most of the time.
It's like the only time I ever use it is when I'm one-on-one with an enemy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's dead.
The axe fucking lands into him. Jesus.
Yeah, pretty brutal. I mean, this isn't Nintendo, so we can actually show graphic things.
Which is why all the playable characters in this game are half naked.
Yes, I mean, okay. This is basically like Conan the Barbarian.
I know.
But it's also like why the art is
And then
like...
we also have this Miss Chainmail bikini over here.
Yeah. I mean, that's like why the whole game has this kind of dark fantasy vibe, because that matches Conan's aesthetic. That's literally what they were going for.
Makes sense. Like, I understand that. But at the same time, it's still silly.
Yeah, it's this game has like a lot of silliness to it and a weird charm that I like.
They have heights and weights for all the enemies, what?
I guess so.
That's funny.
Not to mention attack and move levels?
I imagine that's just like attack damage and movement speed.
Probably.
Or maybe attack frequency. One of the two.
Didn't Mega Man X have something like that in its end credits?
For the bosses, I think so.
Okay. Anyway, that basically there's some credits to go through. We got a few more minutes. I do want to say that like I think the second game is actually a pretty big step forward over this one. Just like I think the music. I mean, this game's music is tolerable.
This game's music is very early Genesis.
Yeah. I think the second game is
like the compositions are good, but it really wants better instrumentation.
Well, yeah, the second game has much better music.
Yeah, but that seems to apply to the Genesis as a whole. A lot of the early games have,
except for Revenge of Shinobi. I
mean, yeah, okay. Revenge of Shinobi is fucking wizardry of sound design on the Genesis.
Well, yeah, that was like same year as this. But
yeah, that's the funny part.
Yuzo Koshiro. Well, it's also like the Genesis it uses a frequency modulation, or what they call FM synth, and it's actually kind of complicated to set up.
Yeah.
And it basically takes sound engineers a while to get like all kinds of settings that they actually like and are comfortable with.
Yeah.
Luffy, belongings, pot.
What kind of pot?
That's a good question.
Very good question. Also, are these villagers halflings?
Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, these villagers just look like school children.
I mean, it could be just they're like severely malnourished, because that's like 90%.
True.
8 feet, 667 pounds.
Like, Jesus Christ, did you consider playing football? Like, holy shit.
Couldn't quite go for the 666.
They rounded up.
They rounded up, yeah, okay.
I mean, these things do hit like a truck.
Yeah.
Because it won't list Tyrus's weight. For some reason.
template to talk about a woman's weight.
I know.
I'm guessing that's where they're going with that.
They listed the Amazon the female enemy's weights just fine.
Yeah, but they're not people. They're just spreadsheets.
That and probably Tyrus would probably summon the dragon on the dev. Trying to into it.
Maybe.
Baseball credits.
That's actually amazing.
Oh, you think this is amazing?
Okay.
Remember the
Props
other
for
one?
creativity. Props for creativity.
I showed you this once before. That like the arcade ending was like all the characters just pop out of the arcade.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
I couldn't get that recorded, but anyone that's all 5 of you watching should go look that up online.
Wait, 5? That's generous.
Well, I'm being the eternal optimist here.
Yeah.
So final thoughts before the video ends. Got like a couple minutes.
For its time period, it's solid.
Yeah.
My problem with most beat 'em ups is that they seem really stiff, and this is no exception.
Oh yeah, this is a kind of stiff game.
Mm-hmm.
My issue with beat 'em ups is just more that I need to be in the mood to play one.
Yeah, I'm kind of that way. I think this is a nice piece of Sega's history.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we've obviously done better in the genre, but I don't mind revisiting this from sort of a historical mindset. And there's some charm to it.
It's kind of how I feel about Dragon Warrior 1.
Yeah.
It's more interesting as a piece of history than anything else.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel about Dragon Warrior 1.
It's also not Altered Beast, but I have my own problems with that game.
I don't... See, this actually uses Altered Beast engine, but...
That's funny.
It has a lot of the same
Because
sound.
holy shit, does this look better than Altered Beast.
I think it's a lot of the same sound effects, too.
I'm not surprised by that. I mean, Sega's not quite SNES era Capcom, where they reused all the same sound effects for everything, but
And this is a high score. It's based on like how many things you killed and how often you died. Anyway, that's all for this time. See you guys next time on our next
you got an A.
Oh well.